I'm going to jump right into this. How a player decelerates affects how he will accelerate. On the back pages of our hitting development, there's a trend that's gaining more traction. When players are more controlled on the deceleration side of the swing, it's preventing them from overswinging. When players are overswinging, they are getting disconnected with the flight path of the ball. Staying connected with the flight path is so important. Pitchers are trying to disrupt that hitter's connection with the flight path of the ball. They are constantly adding and subtracting the speed of the pitch, and they are constantly moving the ball from space to space, high, low, in and out. Player hitting development has got to improve in this area. Player hitting development has got to take into account that the pitchers are always adding and subtracting and always moving the ball from space to space. Here's another example of a player who is not overswinging. When you're not overswinging, you're giving your eyes and your brain an opportunity to stay connected with the flight path of the ball and process the data about the ball more efficiently. At face value, hitting is this simple. It's an eye to hand coordination. My eye is going to direct my hand is controlling the bat. So wherever my eye is aiming at, there my bat will show up. When hitters are able to demonstrate and manifest control, structure, and be organized, then they're able to process the data about the ball more effectively. Obviously, I'm a big Twins fan because my son is playing for the Twins. Jorge Polanco is a very talented hitter, but I'm showing you clips of what he has to deal with in the batter's box. He has a fast pitch, then he has a slow pitch, he has a pitch that's high, he's got a pitch that's low in the dirt. Player hitting development has got to change and be more sensitive to this fact. When you're constantly looking at hitting swing mechanics and you're presuming the bat will just land on the ball, you're very naive. Player hitting development people have got to take into account the pitchers always adding and subtracting. Here the pitcher's being congratulated, job well done. You messed up the batter's timing, you messed up the batter's spatial alertness, you did good. Well done, you got hitters out. Let's go back to this. This is a 78 mile an hour changeup down low, and the hitter's not overswinging. Because he does not overswing, he gives himself a chance to stay in the zone longer. He keeps more bat surface longer in the zone. One concept that's being taught to help players not to overswing is being practiced in the deceleration side of the swing. We know that Josh Donaldson is an awesome hitter, but here's an 80 miles per hour changeup. Josh gets too excited, gets disconnected with the flight path, and pops it up. Overswinging. I'm talking humbly and modestly from experience. If the hitter has 3 points, point A, B, and C. Point A is where I see the ball, point B is the point of contact, and point C is where it goes in the field. When a hitter is overswinging, it's like they go to point A right to point C. They physically get disconnected with point B. We've got to change our player hitting development. This hitting problem is amplified on the amateur levels. Pitching has always been about disconnecting the hitter with the flight path of the ball. Here's a 77 mile an hour changeup. I can still remember being a hitter and right in the middle of my swing having to downshift my speed. It feels like I'm driving a car and I'm about to pass my exit and I literally have to slow down suddenly to get to that exit before I pass it. Byron Buxton does an awesome job in slowing himself down in the middle of his swing. Oh yeah, and how he decelerated affected his ability to slow himself down in the middle of a swing. Here's Mitch Garver. He revolutionized his swing. Publicly, he's not telling people what he did with his swing. But it doesn't take much for a baseball observer to look back at 2018 and what he did then to what he's doing now. One of the biggest changes, he changes how he decelerates the bat. Mitch Garver has more control, he is more structured, he is more organized in the batter's box. And all that helps him to get the data about the ball more efficiently to the brain. How you decelerate affects how you accelerate. Paul Goldschmidt, Mitch Garver, Justin Upton, Mookie Betts, Ryan Braun, Miguel Tejada. I'm Dave Kirilloff, languageofhitting.com. Let's work together to help your player improve his hitting development. Let's work together with your team and your program. Hitting timing, hitting spatial alertness, hitting perception. Correcting all swing mechanics on the deceleration side of the swing.